Today we're going to be really energizing and working on opposites. So the diagonals and working your brain in new ways as well as your body. So it should be a lot of fun. And as always, it's an all levels flow. So remember to modify as much as you need and take it or leave it. If a pose isn't working for you, you can always do something a little different. Make sure that you listen and honor your body. So we're just going to start out here by taking a second to get grounded. I'll invite you to sit any way that feels good, and then close your eyes. So right here, start by taking a few deep breaths, noticing how you're feeling this morning. Really start to feel your sit bones rooted on the earth. And see if you can feel your spine reaching up towards the sky, energy through the top of your head, and your shoulders relax, your hips, your knees, fingers, everything relaxes. And as you take some deep breaths, notice if there's anywhere in your body that's calling for attention today, areas of tension, pain. I'm going to try to focus on those. And of course, feeling gratitude for everything in your body that feels really good. We're about to head into a new year, which symbolizes fresh starts, the chance for us to begin a new chapter, to try new things, get out of our comfort zone and see what we're capable of, to discover new growth. So I want to invite everybody to set an intention for our time together. Think of a word that describes how you want to feel as you leave this class, and maybe even an intention for the new year ahead, a word that you'd like to carry with you into 2025. So maybe you just want to invite in more strength. Maybe it's more abundance. Maybe you want to feel more peace, more gratitude, more connection. It can really be anything. Just reminding yourself what it is that you need. And then with that intention in mind, let's bring our hands to heart center, palms touching. Take a big inhale in through your nose. Try to hold your breath at the top and see if you can fill up with even more air. And then open mouth, exhale, let that go. Good, let's do that one more time. Even bigger breath in through your nose. Really fill up, holding it at the top. Maybe fill up with a little bit more air. And then again, open mouth, exhale, let that go. All right, crew, go ahead and open up your eyes. It's time to get moving here. So let's take an inhale, arms reach up, and a nice easy twist. Let's take your left hand behind you, right hand to your knee. And try to sit up really tall. Feel the twist more from the base of your spine rather than the top. And then we inhale back through center. Both arms back up. Exhale the other way, right hand behind you, looking over your right shoulder. Just going easy here to start. Let's take that a couple more times. Inhale back through center. Up and over the left shoulder. Back through center. Inhale. Up and over the right. And also noticing everything around you, taking in the full expanse of your space. One more time, reach your arms up. As you exhale, we're going to crawl our hands forward here. Nice stretch through the back. Try to keep your hips rooted. You can find a sway side to side, some movement through the shoulders. And take your hands over towards the right knee, reaching both arms out. Feel that stretch on the left side body. And then walk it the other way. Take your hands over to the left knee, arms reaching out. Feel that stretch as you root down through the right hip. And then one more time, come on back through center. Okay, we're going to walk ourselves up. I'm going to have you lean back and then bring both feet out in front of you here. And then I've just got my hands supporting me back so that I can straighten out the spine. feet about hips distance, maybe wider if you want. And you're just going to start to windshield wiper your knees, letting them both fall to one side and then up and over to the other. Loosening up through the hips, the low back. And then if you want an extra challenge, you can get a little bit of core work here if you start to reach both arms out in front of you. And then you're going to hold yourself more upright as you take the knees side to side. Nice. Might feel a little creaky on the inward rotation. That's normal. We're loosening up those hip joints. So let's take one more each side. Awesome. And then come back through center. Grab a hold of your legs. We're going to lie all the way down here onto your backs. So just make sure there's lots of room on your mat. Come all the way down here. Wiggle yourself nice and long. And then again, I want you to start with your feet hips distance. Gaze up to the sky. We're going to reach both of our arms straight up overhead. So just a little bit of core work here. I want you to think about drawing your abdominals in, your ribs in slightly. Feel that engagement. And then just your arms are going to reach up overhead by your ears. Feel that big stretch. And then as you exhale, belly button draws in, your arms will come back overhead right above the shoulders. Let's take that a couple more times. So you inhale, lengthen everything out. And use that exhale to pull it back through center. Good, let's try one more. So we're keeping the head down, the ribs down. Good, and then exhale back up. Okay, holding it here, you can either keep your legs down or we're going to try to lift them up and hold them in a tabletop. Or I like to call this more of a rooftop because our feet are going to be slightly higher than our knees here. And then holding strong. So again, your abs are pulling in. You should feel a little bit more work now that your legs are lifted. And then let's try both arms and legs at the same time. So your arms will go up overhead and your legs are going to reach just a couple of inches away from you. It's not going to be very big. Feel that catch of your abdominals. And then you exhale, pull everything back into start. Good. Let's try that a couple more times. Maybe starting to get a little bit more bold with the legs, reaching away. And then you exhale, pull it back. But what we want to avoid here is arching your back. So keep it nice and neutral. So there's no movement in the low back. Your abs pull in to help you pull everything back to start. Good, let's try one more. Inhale, maybe a little further, maybe arms up a little more overhead. And then you exhale back through center. Now we're going to alternate this. Through the diagonal, your right arm and your left leg will reach away from you. And for this, you might be able to straighten that left leg to hover above the ground. And then you exhale, pull your arm and leg back to start. And then switch, left arm, right leg. Reach away from you. Go slow, maybe explore going all the way straight. And then exhale back through center. Awesome. Keep that motion going. Take that a few more times. Good. And if you want a modification for this, rather than having your legs hovering, you can try marching your feet. So they'll be on the ground. And as you lift one arm up overhead, you can try lifting that opposite leg. And then back through center. And then switch. So feeling that all the way through the core, through the body. Let's go a couple more times here. One more each side. Exhaling back through center. Good. Last time, reach it long. Back through center, and then hug your knees into your chest. Good job. Find a little rock side to side. Massage out your spine, your pelvis. You can draw some circles here with your knees. That move's really good for getting into the transverse abdominal muscles. That's your very innermost layer of core muscles that support your spine. Maybe take that circle the other way. And then while we're here, set your feet down and we're going to try some bridge pose. So feet, I like a little bit wider than hips distance for this. We're going to start with our arms just right by our sides and your gaze is straight up to the ceiling. And then push down equally through both of your feet. We'll lift our hips up. You can start with just a little lift. If it's feeling good, you can come all the way up into a nice big bridge. Lifting the hips as high as feels good. And then nice and slow, start from the top of your spine. You're going to roll down carefully until your tailbone touches. So let's go through that a couple more times. Let's do like about 3 total. So pushing down, you're squeezing your glutes to lift your hips up. And again, the higher you go, the more you're going to feel that stretch, and as well as the work through the front body. Bridge is really great for strengthening the glutes, the hamstrings, and it's also really good for opening up our hips and the front side body. Okay, now an option if you want to add on, as you lift your legs up, you're going to reach your arms up overhead, really similar to what we just did. You come up into your bridge, your arms go up by your ears, and then as you lower your hips down, you're going to take your arms all the way down by your sides. And if that doesn't feel good for any reason, you can just keep your arms down. Let's try a couple more like that. So lifting the hips, arms come up, big full body stretch. And then you slowly lower down. Good. Let's go one more time. Just like that. Nice and easy. Good. Slowly lower down. Okay, keep your arms by your sides. Lift your hips up. Highest bridge you feel comfortable in here. Hold it there. Lifting your hips as high as you can. Push down through your feet. And then you have the option here to walk your shoulder blades underneath you. Maybe interlace your fingers and press your palms, your hands down into the ground. That's going to help you open up more through your chest, through your hips. Keeping your gaze up to the sky. Push down through your feet. Squeeze your glutes. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, nice and slow for the last time, lower all the way down. Good. And then walk your feet to the outside edges of your mat and bring your knees together so you're knock-kneed. Knees together, feet apart. And just take a breath. You can have your arms by your sides. If it feels better for you, you can also bring them to a cactus or out to a T. Feeling everything lengthen here on the earth. And then before we get too tired, let's start to windshield wiper our knees. We're going to take them over to one direction and then belly button in. Use your core a little bit here to bring your knees over to the other side. And keep that motion going nice and easy, side to side, up through center and over. And if you want to linger, feel free. Enjoying this good stretch through the side body, lubricating the internal organs. Let's go one more each side. And feeling also that good stretch through the chest with your arms out to the side. That helps open up through the upper back. All right, and then come on back through center. Okay, you can either roll to one side or rock and roll yourself up. We're going to make our way all the way back upright to sitting. And then bring your feet around. Let's come to hands and knees, all fours position. So still facing the top of our mat here, knees underneath our hips, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to start with cat and cow. So as you inhale, lower the belly, your head, your tailbone lift up. Exhaling, round your back, tuck your chin, feel that spread of your shoulder blades. And then we'll take this back and forth here a few times. Inhaling through our cow pose, and then you exhale, pushing round into cat. If you want to add some other movements, go for it. You take your hips or your ribs side to side. You're going to draw some circles. We just warmed up a lot through your back and core, so hopefully you're feeling that engagement. And then one of my favorite stretches, come on back through center, it's puppy dog pose. We're going to walk our hands straight out in front, keep your hips lifted, and then bow your chest down to the earth, feeling your heart melt. Big stretch through the upper back, the chest and the shoulders. Nice work. Crawl your hands back up to tabletop. And then when you're ready, we're going to push ourselves back to our first downward facing dog. I always like hands a little bit wider than shoulders for this. And then lift your hips up and back. Let your head drop down. Maybe shake it out a little bit, yes and no here. And then we're going to start to find some movement. So bending one knee and then the other, pedaling out your feet. You can shift forward and back, anything that feels good here. Just exploring this. If it's too much to be in down dog, you're always welcome to set your knees down, coming back to our tabletop to modify. And let's start to get into some flow. Take an inhale, bend your knees, look forward at your hands. We're going to start to walk the feet up to the hands, forward fold. So feet come hips distance, bend your knees a lot. You could grab opposite elbows if you like, coming into a ragdoll. You can shake your head out, yes and no. Really just letting your body drape down here, no tension in the back. Bringing hands to your shins. Inhale, come to a flat back here. Lengthen out your spine, your legs. Really use your core. As you exhale, bend your knees, fold it back down. And then use your inhale to come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up. Take your time with it. As you exhale, hands come together and down to your heart. Nice. Take a twist over your right shoulder here. You can let your hips move with you, turning to look back behind the right. Good, and then come back through center, up and over your left shoulder. Hips move with you. Looking to the left. Good, back through center. We inhale, arms reach up to the sky. As you exhale, take your forward fold with a flat back if you can. Bend your knees all the way to forward fold. And then we inhale to our flat back. Exhale, fold it down, hands down. Walk yourself back to downward facing dog. Okay, great. Let's keep adding on here. We'll take another inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, or you can hop your feet. Come on up to forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold it down. Good. Reach your arms all the way up to stand. And we exhale, hands together, down to the heart. Rotating over your right shoulder. We're going to hold that twist, and this time open your arms out to a T. Maybe turn to look back towards your right hand. If that doesn't feel good, you can always keep your gaze more neutral. Just think energy, fingertip to fingertip. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then come on back through center, hands to prayer. Rotate over the left shoulder, other way. Stand tall, arms reach out to the sides. Good. Feel that expansion, that squeeze of your shoulder blades. And then we come on back through center, hands to prayer. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, take your forward fold, bend your knees all the way down. Inhale here to your flat back. And then exhale, fold, hands to the earth, back to downward facing dog. Nice, let's go one more time. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet. We find our forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. And then exhale, fold it down. Reach your arms all the way up to stand. Exhale, gather that energy down to your heart. Nice, rotate over the right shoulder. So last variation here, our arms will rotate out to our T position. We're looking at our right hand, and then come back through center. Let your left arm drop. Your right arm is going to reach up and over towards the left. So now you're in a side reach facing forward. Really big side stretch through the right side body. Push down through that right foot. Good, and then let your right arm drop. Come on back through center. Hands to prayer. Let's take it the other side. Rotate over to the left. Again, arms out to a T. We're looking at our left hand. And then you're going to follow your left hand as you come back to face forward. Left arm reaches up and over to the right for that side stretch. Opening up through the ribs. Nice. And then bring it down. Hands to prayer. Inhale, let's reach both arms up. As you exhale, forward fold, bend your knees all the way back down. Inhale, hands to your shins, find your flat back. As you fold, hands to the earth, step back. Let's find plank pose. Reaching your legs straight, arms straight, belly button in. Lots of energy here through your body just for a moment. And then exhale, knees down. We're going to lower all the way down onto your stomach here. So carefully, however you want to get there is good. We're going to come all the way down. So both legs go straight back behind you. Your toes are untucked here, so we're just flat on the balls, or rather the tops of our feet. And then lower down, so we're going to try a baby cobra. You're all the way on your stomach here. Hands are hovering off of the earth. Lengthen out through the top of your head. And then as you inhale, we're going to try lifting the chest just a couple inches off the earth, just using your back muscles here, no hands. And then you exhale, lower down. Let's try a couple more. So you inhale, lift up, pull your arms back, your elbows back, feel that squeeze of your shoulder blades. And slowly lower down. And then try one more. Big lift up, lengthen. Feel that squeeze. And then lower all the way down. Good. You could stack your hands here, rest your forehead down if you like. Feel free to bend your knees and find a windshield wiper here. And then maybe give your feet some love while we're at it. You can rotate through your ankles, spread your toes, shake it out. And then coming back through center, let's try Shalabhasana, locust pose. Arms go straight back behind you. We're going to lift up our feet, our chest, and our arms now, everything off of the earth. Lengthen through the top of your head. Feel your back body engage here, nice and strong. And then you exhale, lower down. Good. Let's try just a couple more of those. So we inhale, everything lengthens to lift. Don't worry about how high you're getting. It's really not about that. It's about the work through the back body. So tuck your chin. You're looking down. Exhale, lower. Good. Let's try one more. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, we lower down. Once again, you can stack your hands. Rest your forehead down. Find that windshield wiper. Good work. Take a couple of slow breaths here. And then, friends, we'll reach the legs all the way back behind you. Slowly press yourself back to tabletop and then all the way back to child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, stretch your arms forward. Feel that work through your back body. Nice stretch through the arms. Take some slow breaths here, feeling this moment of pause, connection with yourself, with your breath. And looking forward into the future, what do we want 2025 to feel like? And keeping that energy in mind, let's roll back up to tabletop, and then we'll meet in downward facing dog when you're ready, hips up and back. Okay, crew. From here, try lifting your right leg up into a three-legged dog. Right leg lifts. And if you want to find some movement, please go for it. You can bend your knee, you can circle out your ankle or shake your leg out. Any movement that serves you. Remember to keep the strong push of your hands. You're connecting through all your fingers. And then we're looking forward. We're coming up to stand in warrior one. Your right foot will come down flat between your hands. Left foot is now pointing to about a 45-degree angle over to the left. And then our hips are square forward and you're bending your right knee. Arms are reaching up to the sky. I want you to feel that contact here through the back foot and really feel the foundation here, both of your feet. So it's almost like if I tried to push you, you wouldn't go anywhere. You're feeling that rock solid. And then challenge here, try cactus arms, bend your elbows. Maybe feel your shoulder blades pull down. Maybe you tilt back and look up to the sky. Now let's try that two more times. Big lift up. Exhale, feel that pull, the back bend, heart lifts. Nice, let's try one more. Big lift up, inhale. Exhale, opening up the heart. Good job. Inhale back through center. Step it open to warrior two. Left foot comes back a little bit more. Hips open to the side. Bending your left knee. Energy through your fingertips, through your feet. You want to feel empowered here. Feel strong, feel energized. Let's reverse that. Reach your right arm up and back. Reverse warrior. Such a good side stretch here. So really breathe into the right ribs. And then up and over, extended side angle. Right forearm down, left arm reaches up overhead. Energy through the top of your head, through your feet. We're just going to be here for a moment. We'll come back to this. So take an inhale. And then as you exhale, again, we rise, warrior two. We're going to take this into a flow. As you inhale, your legs straighten, your arms will reach up. Breathe in. As you exhale, bend your right knee back down to warrior two. Let's go two more times. Inhale to lift. And then exhale to drop it down. Good. Let's go one more time. Reaching up. Exhale. Nice. This time, straighten the legs. We're going into triangle pose. So bring your arms back down to a T. Pull your hips back a little bit. Reach your right hand forward as far as you can. And then tick-tock it down. Right hand down, left arm up. So you can always bring your hand to your leg. You can come up higher if that's feeling crunchy. If you have a block, you could use that. Or you can even take your hand to the earth if that feels comfortable. So listen to your body wherever you're at. And then we rise back up, reverse triangle. Legs will stay straight, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, both arms up. Good. Wide-legged forward fold. So we're going to rotate our right foot forward. And then again, hinge at your hips to come all the way down into a wide-legged forward fold. Feet as far apart as feels good. Both feet are pointing the same direction. You let your head relax down and maybe shake it out. Your hands could be on the earth. You can also grab onto your legs if that feels good. You could even do opposite elbows or a shoulder opener if that's feeling comfortable for you. But be gentle. We'll be in this pose again, so we're just getting started here. I always like to find a little movement, bending one knee and then the other. Find anything that makes you comfortable here. Noticing what sensations arise, what this pose can tell you about your body, maybe where you're holding stress. And then ask yourself if you can soften anywhere. Is there anywhere you can relax that you don't need to hold on to tension to anymore? And then from here, crawl your hands over towards your left leg. We're going to pull ourselves in for a little hamstring stretch here on the left side. So your nose is coming towards your left knee. Again, bend your knees as much as you need or use blocks. We're not trying to force the hamstring. We're just stretching it out. Good. Let's crawl your hands over to the right foot. Instead of the stretch, we're going to rotate to face forward and then lower your left knee down to the earth. Anjaneyasana or crescent moon pose. Hands can stay down to the ground if you'd like. If it's feeling comfortable, hands can come to your thigh, or we'll try reaching all the way up. Good. So you can walk your right foot forward more if you want. Hips press forward. Root down through that right heel to lift and lengthen. Nice. And then from here, right hand will go to your thigh. Left arm reaches up and over to the right. Opening up through the side body. So feel how your right foot is your foundation. Your left arm is doing that stretch, the reach. From here, left hand comes all the way down to the earth. Try a twist, reaching your right arm up to the sky. Energy fingertip to fingertip, feel that spread of your shoulder blades. And then both hands down to the ground. Take your right leg back behind you. We're going to come to our tabletop position. And then take a second if you want to shake that leg out. I always like to draw some circles, loosen up, notice the difference between the two legs. And then set your right knee down. I'm going to have you come into a nice flat back here. You can take your hands a little wider than your shoulders if you like. Belly button in. Now try extending your left leg now straight back behind you. So your left leg. Your right leg will be your foundation here on the earth. And then keep your flat back. Try reaching your right arm straight out in front of you. So this is kind of like what we did on our backs, but now we're flipped over. Same core engagement though. Belly button in. Try lifting your arm and leg up higher. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring your knee and elbow towards each other. Option to find a little crunch around through your spine. And then slowly reach the arm and leg back straight out. Good. Try that 2 more times. Moving slow, almost like you're moving through water. Feel that resistance. The reach. Good. A lot of back work going on here. A lot of balance and core and strength. Let's hold it. Arm and leg out. And then set your hand down, your knee down. Good work. When you're ready, push it back to downward facing dog. Let's take a big inhale here in through your nose. And then open mouth exhale. Okay, let's try round 2. Lift your left leg up, 3-legged dog. And then again, some movement if you want. Bend your knee, shake it out. Maybe spread your toes, circle out your ankle. Keep the strong contact of your arms. Don't forget about that foundation. Noticing how it's not so bad to be in a 3-legged position, or rather 3-limbed position. Finding our balance. Let's step that left foot forward. Warrior 1. Right foot comes down to the earth. Your hips are square forward. Bend your left knee and rise. Arms reach. There's a popular saying in yoga called root to rise. You'll hear that often. So I want you to think both of your feet are rooting down. They're pushing into the earth, almost like you're literally growing roots out of them. And then feel your fingers reaching you up taller. Keep that lift, and then maybe find your cactus arms. Bend your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades, lean back. Excellent. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, opening up more space. Nice. Let's go 1 more. Lift. And pull it down. Heart is lifting. Beautiful. Take it back up. Hold 1 more moment here in your warrior 1. Then we'll open this to our warrior 2. So we step our right foot back a little bit more. And then I always like to wiggle the feet a little bit further apart. Get deeper here. Again, you're rooting down through both feet. Looking over our left fingertips now. And then reverse that. Left arm up and back. Reaching through the side body. Right hand slides down your leg. Keep that same length, extended side angle. Go the other way, left forearm to your thigh, right arm reaching overhead. You can also take the left hand down to the earth. You could hover it, you could take it to a block. We'll be here again, so just being easy on yourself. A couple more breaths. Good, and then slowly rise up, warrior 2. Taking it into our flow, we straighten the legs, arms reach up, breathe in. Nice and easy as you exhale, bend it back down. Good, 2 more times. Inhale to stretch up. And then we exhale to lower. Good, 1 more time. Feeling that length, the power in your body. All right, we're going to straighten our legs here. Arms reach up, both feet turn forward, back to our wide-legged forward fold. So again, your head is relaxing down. Maybe even close your eyes here. You could have hands on the ground, on your legs, on a block. Maybe you're grabbing opposite elbows or going into that shoulder opener. And if you're feeling tight in the inner thighs like me, again, I always like a little movement or even just shifting your hips. You don't even have to bend your leg, but notice how if you drop your right hip bone down and then your left, that changes the stretch as well. And then start to crawl your hands over towards your right leg, pulling in here for a deeper hamstring stretch on the right side. Feel free to bend your knee if you're feeling extra tight. We're not trying to force the stretch, we're just loosening it up. Getting ready for a little something later. Try to take a deeper breath in here. Notice if you can soften. Try to relax. Good, and then crawl your hands over to your left foot. We're going to keep turning back to face forward, pivot your feet, and then lower your right knee down. So we're in our low lunge. Good, back to the front. Hands can always stay down if you need. Otherwise, reach your energy and maybe even look up. Feel that stretch. Yeah, pressing your hips forward. This will feel good through the right hip flexor. And then take your left hand, it can come to your thigh. You could also just drop it down. We're going to reach the right arm up and over towards the left. So nice big side stretch here. Take 1 more breath in. As you exhale, right hand will come all the way down to the ground. Find a twist, left arm reaching up to the sky. Try to anchor more through your left foot. Push through your heel, through your toes. Good work. Both hands come down. Take your left leg back behind you. Let's meet in our tabletop position. And again, if you want to find some movement through that left leg, shake it out. You can draw some circles. Just take a second. Okay, and then we'll meet back in our tabletop position. Round 2 of this balance. Spread your fingers wide. Push the earth away. Nice flat back. Try extending your right leg now straight back behind you. And if you can, either point or flex your foot. Do something intentional with it. You want to think energy through the top of your head, and then left arm will reach forward. Good. Energy from left fingertips to your right toes. Try to lift up a little higher. And then option as you exhale, you round your back, knee and elbow will pull in towards each other. And we're going to take that nice and slow 2 more times. Inhale to lengthen. And then using that exhale to crunch. Good. 1 more time. Working through the diagonal of your body is really good for strengthening your spine, all those muscles that support the spine muscles, the spine here, the vertebrae. Okay, let's hold the arm and leg out. Lift up even higher. And then hand down, knee down. Take a child's pose. Bring your toes together. Reach your arms forward. And take a moment to breathe, resting your forehead down if you like. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water here. If you want some water as well, good time to do it. Noticing all the changes, all the movement, and what that's brought for you so far in our practice today. We're going to take a nice easy twist here, lifting up slightly. Slide your right arm underneath your left, and then rotate right ear, right shoulder to the ground. So we're going to thread the needle in our child's pose, still with the hips. And slowly reach that right arm forward. Switch it out. Left arm sliding underneath the right. Left shoulder and ear rotate down. And relaxing your hips, relax your head, your shoulders. Come back through center. And we're going to slide forward into Sphinx pose. Both elbows down to the earth. Legs go straight back behind you. Your hips carefully lower. And again, we'll have our toes untucked here. And then start low. Your elbows go right underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are parallel. You're going to draw your shoulders down your back. Pull your heart forward and push down just slightly to lift your chest up to the sky. Good. This is a nice back opener, chest opener. And of course, I want you to keep all that tension out of the shoulders and the neck. So we want to keep shoulders away from your ears and think about pulling your heart forward rather than lifting up. It's more about the length. And you're kind of pulling your elbows back towards your feet, feeling that opposition. And then friends, you can either stay right here or we're going to take this into a twist. Your left hand will rotate in towards your right hand. So just bringing your left forearm in a little bit for more stability. Let's turn to look over your right shoulder. Now you could stay right here. Option to bend your right knee. And then option to reach your right hand back behind you, catch onto your foot. So you're slightly pressing that foot into your right hand. You're going to feel a good quad stretch here. Try lifting up out of the left arm, your left shoulder. And then slowly release. Come on back through center, regular Sphinx, both legs straight, both forearms down. Take a breather. Good, let's try round 2. Right arm comes in, right hand towards your left. We're looking over our left shoulder. You can hang out right here. If you want more, left knee will bend. We're looking over our left shoulder to catch onto our foot with our left hand. Good, now try to push your foot into your hand just slightly. You'll feel that stretch through your quad. Lift up out of the right arm. It's a little teaser for what's to come here. Okay, come on back through center. Release one more time in Sphinx. And then relax all the way down. Stack your hands one more time here, forehead down. Let your back fully relax. Maybe even give your hips a little wiggle. And if you'd like, you can bend your knees and find your windshield wiper one more time. And then we'll press it back to child's pose. Both legs go straight, arms by your side. Slowly push yourself to a tabletop and then to your child's, toes together, knees wide. Reach your arms out. All right, we've already done a lot in a short amount of time. We have just a little bit more to go. So I've got one more round of movement, and then we'll start to slow things down even more, okay? So if you're feeling like you need a break, you can always stay in this child's pose. If you're ready for more, we're going to come back up to our tabletop. Meet me in downward facing dog, please. Take your time. Good. Let's do a nice inhale in through the nose. Open mouth exhale. All right, you got it. Let's try reaching our right leg up again. Three-legged dog. Your leg will be straight this time. Either point or flex your foot if you can. Good. Try to lift up a little higher. And then we look forward. Right foot through between your hands. You're going back to warrior one. Left heel down nice and strong. Flat on the earth. Reaching our arms up. One time here, find your cactus. Bend your elbows. Open up your chest. Good. Reach it back up. We're going to go into humble warrior here. Hands interlaced behind your back. And then draw your hands down. We'll lean back, open up your heart. You could always stay right here. For humble warrior, we start to hinge forward, letting your head drop down. You decide how low you go. I like to kind of rest my right shoulder lightly onto the right thigh. If you want more work, you just lift it up so you're not using your legs at all. Make sure you're breathing. Push down through your feet. Let your head relax. Good. Inhale. And then use that exhale to rise back up. Ooh. Push down through that right foot. Nice. We lift all the way up. Then open a warrior two. Left foot back even further. Hips to the side, bending your right knee. Good. Reverse that warrior. Right arm up and back. Let's try extended side angle. Right forearm to your thigh. Left arm up overhead. Again, you can stay here, or if you want to go deeper this time, maybe you travel down to the earth. Maybe you're floating your right arm. If you don't use it at all, that's actually the hardest option. So you're just floating, using your legs, your core. Nice. One more strong breath in. Root down through that right foot to push yourself back upright as you exhale. Warrior two. Let's take our flow. We inhale, straighten the legs, arms reach up, breathe in. Exhale, take it back down to that warrior two. Nice and easy. Let's go two more times. Big lift, feeling that expansiveness through the diaphragm. Back to warrior two as you exhale. And then one more. Exhale to lower. Nice work. Let's reach the arms and legs straight. Good. And then triangle pose, arms out to our T. Hips pull back. Reach your right fingertips forward. Right hand down, left arm up. Good. Reverse that triangle, lifting up, right arm up and back. Good. Take both arms up. Rotate your right foot to face forward. We'll hinge here at our hips, wide-legged forward fold. And again, letting your head relax down, shake it out a little bit, yes and no. Now this time, right away, we're going to crawl our hands over to our right foot, turn back to face forward. So we're in a low lunge here, a runner's lunge, looking forward, and then step your left foot up to meet your right. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Good. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold it down. And then reach your arms. Let's come on up to stand. And exhale, hands together, down to your heart. Okay, separate your feet hips distance here. We're going to sit back into chair pose, bending your knees, reach your arms up overhead. Nice. And then one time here, swing your arms back. We inhale and exhale, they reach up overhead. Nice. We're going to take that into a balance now. Arms reach back. As you exhale, you're going to lift your left knee and just your right arm. Yeah. Left knee, right arm. Good. Now sit back down into that chair. Arms sweep back. Try the other side, lifting your right knee. Lift just your left arm. It's a little diagonal through the body. Nice. Let's try that one more time. Back down into our chair. Left knee, right arm. Good. Back into that chair. And our right knee, left arm. Okay, we're going to take this into a balance now. Back into your chair. Let's lift up that left knee, right arm, and we hold. Now you could stay right here. Otherwise, you're going to try bending your left leg and see if your left hand can catch your left foot. Nice. Now you could stay right here, or we're going to try full dancer's pose. So you start to bend your right knee a little bit, tip forward, you're looking over your right fingertips, push your left foot into your hand. It's kind of like what we were doing on the ground, but now we're balancing as well on that right leg. Lengthen through the fingertips. We're looking over the center of your right hand. So that's your drishti, your focal point. Maybe kick your left leg up higher. One more breath in. Maybe tip forward more. Good. Exhale. Slowly lift and release. Nice job. Okay, give it a little shake out. And then we'll inhale, both arms up to the sky. And we exhale all the way down, forward fold. We'll inhale to a flat back. And then exhale, hands to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. All right. So just accepting however that was for you. We got one more chance to try it on the other side. So welcoming in the change, all those moments where we feel a little uncertain or less steady, those are the real moments that build us, that strengthen us, that help us grow. So we got to welcome in more uncertainty and more challenges, more things we're not so good at. Okay, let's welcome in that left leg lifting now, three-legged dog. Left leg straight if you can get it, point or flex your foot, maybe lift up higher. And then we look forward, warrior one. Left foot through between your hands, right foot down 45 degrees. Find your balance as you rise. Go ahead, take a nice big inhale here. One time as you exhale, find your cactus, bend your elbows. And then we inhale, lift back up. Humble warrior. Take your hands behind you. You're going to try the opposite grip on top. So the other thumb comes on, and then slide your hands down, open up your heart. As you exhale, you hinge it forward. Let your head relax down. Arms are reaching up overhead. And again, you can either lightly rest your left shoulder onto your left thigh, or you can hover your whole body. But make sure you're breathing. Relax your head, your neck. Good. One more strong inhale. Use that exhale, release your hands, come back upright. Whew. Nice and slow. Okay, when you're ready, open it up to warrior two. Right foot steps back even more. Hips will squeegee a little bit further apart. Bend your left knee, arms out to the side. And then reverse it, left arm up and back. Take it into extended side angle. Tip the other way, left forearm down, the right arm reaching up overhead. Since it's our second time here, if you want to go deeper, you can. You can take your left hand to the earth. You can float that arm. You could do both arms up at your ears. Lots of options. Just make sure you're breathing wherever you're at. One more strong inhale. Use that exhale to lift it back up. Okay, let's take our flow. We straighten the legs, arms reach up, breathing in. Exhale, lower down. Let's go two more times, lifting up, feeling your strength, your energy. Good, one more time. Exhaling. Okay, we straighten the legs, arms reach up, triangle pose, arms out to the side. Pull your hips back, reach your left hand as far forward as you can, and then we'll tick-tock it down. I think I forgot this on the other side, so we'll just hold for a little bit longer here. I want you to really root down through both feet, energy through your fingertips. You can start to slide your left hand down more. You could take it to the ground, a block. You can always come up higher. Just make sure you're stretching or breathing. And then use your exhale to rise, reverse triangle, legs straight, left arm reaches up and back. And feel that side opening. You can slide your right hand down your leg to get deeper. Good. Now both arms up to the sky. Let's turn your left foot forward, wide-legged forward fold. Let yourself hang here. Nice. And again, any movements you'd like, hands can be down. You can let yourself hang if that's feeling good. Try to relax your shoulders, maybe even close your eyes. And then start to crawl your hands over to the left leg. Turn to face forward, top of your mat. You're going to look forward and step that right foot up to meet your left. Come to your forward fold back at the top. Okay, inhale, find your flat back. You exhale, lower down. Slowly stand, reaching your arms all the way up. As you exhale, hands together, down to your heart. Okay, make sure your feet are hips distance apart here. Bend your knees, sit down into chair pose. Arms are reaching up. We'll get right into it. Just one time, swing the arms, just the arms. Okay, and then we're going to start here by lifting our right knee and our left arm. So arms go back, right knee, left arm. Yes. Just like your dead bug on your back. Let's go back into that chair, arms back. And then try lifting left knee, right arm. Good, let's go a couple more. Back down into your chair, right knee, left arm. Good, back into that chair. Left knee, right arm. Stand taller if you can, reach up to the sky. Okay, we're gonna hold this next one. Arms go back. Right knee lifts, left arm lifts. You hold. Now you can stay right here or bring that right leg back behind you. Reach your right hand to catch for your foot. We're holding here. If you want dancer's pose, bend your left knee a little bit. You're tipping forward, looking over your left fingertips. Nice and straight out in front of you. And you're kicking your right foot into your hand. So really feel that push. Feel the lift. We're not cranking anything. Still feeling expansive. Maybe tip forward a little more. Make sure you're breathing. Good. One more inhale. And then slowly release. Awesome. Shake that out. Ooh, you made it through the hard stuff. Let's inhale, arms reach up. One last time here. Bend your knees all the way down, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. And then we exhale, hands to the earth. One final time, step back. If you'd like to hold plank pose, hold it for a moment. You can also go straight to child's. Take a strong breath in. And we exhale, lower the knees down, toes together. Child's pose. Rest your forehead down. Take some deep breaths here. If for any reason that's not a comfortable position for you to rest in, you can switch it up. Just noticing how you're feeling. Moving maybe in slightly different ways than you're used to. At least that's the goal, I hope. How was it for you? Notice what came up during your practice, how you're feeling, how your body responded, as well as your mind. Slowly roll up We're going to make our way all the way down onto our backs. So swing your feet around in front of you. Take your time. Lower all the way down. Finally getting to rest. And we're going to take a quick stretch here for your glutes. Figure 4. We'll flex the right foot and cross your right ankle over your left knee. Maybe stay there or thread your arms through. You'll grab on behind the left leg and gently pull this whole shape in closer. Nice. And you can stay still, or if it feels good, maybe a rock side to side. And try to relax your head and shoulders down as well as your tailbone. Starting to slow down your breath, welcoming in this well-deserved time of peace, of stillness. And switch out your legs. We'll set the right foot down, flexing the left foot, left ankle over the right knee, and threading the arms through to grab onto that right leg. Again, your head is down, tailbone down, maybe rocking side to side. Start to feel all the tension in your body melting away, giving yourself permission to release. Often the solutions to problems come to us in stillness when we finally stop trying to think so much. That's why all of our great ideas come to us in moments like the shower, when you're not really thinking about anything at all. So one last time, hug your knees into your chest. If you'd like, you can find happy baby pose, reaching for the outside edges of your feet. Knees are up towards the shoulders here. And again, keeping your back flat. Maybe a rock side to side. You can straighten one leg out and then the other. If there are any last movements your body wants before Shavasana, please go for it. You can find a moment to freestyle here. And then if you're ready to rest, we'll come to lie all the way down, just for a few minutes of stillness, coming into your Shavasana. So you can kind of wiggle your legs a little bit longer, walk your shoulder blades underneath you. Take a big inhale in through your nose, maybe an open mouth exhale. Let it go. This is your time to rest. Nothing to worry about, nothing to think about. Just a few minutes of stillness. So I'll let you know when it's time to get up. But for now, enjoy this time of peace. Start to take your last few deep breaths here. If you have more time and want to stay, you can hang out in your Shavasana as long as you want. But if you're ready, start to wiggle the fingers and toes, gently waking up your body. Maybe taking a good morning stretch, reaching the arms up overhead, feeling all this length you've created. Maybe standing a little bit taller as you walk out today. And then take your time. You can roll over to one side, or you can rock and roll yourself up to sit. But we'll end just like we started. You can sit any way that feels good. And then one last time, closing your eyes, let's bring your hands to heart center. Thanking yourself for taking this time to move your body, to get a little workout in, and also to connect to your heart, to find more stillness, more space in your mind as well. Welcoming in this time where we enter a new year, new beginnings, and honoring how far you've come. So with gratitude, we're going to take one final really big inhale in through your nose. Really breathe in, hold your breath at the top. See if you can fill up with even more air. And then open your mouth, exhale to sigh that out, let it go. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It's always a pleasure. And open up your eyes. Thank you. And I hope to see you again soon. Give yourselves a little round of applause. Good job.